The Forgotten City. A game that I picked up a while ago and ironically forgot about until now. But from... Christ, that's loud. I think that's because I was jamming out to Mario. I'm pretty sure this was made as either... Was it an Elder Scroll Oblivion or a Skyrim mod? And then they turned it into its own game. Skyrim. Right. So this is one of those cases where, like, you know, they modded something and it was going so well, they're like, yo, we should just make our own game. And they did. So I'm excited. Like, you know, there are some really kick-ass Skyrim mods out there. Mods which kept Skyrim alive well past its sell-by date, you know? This looks good. Dear content creators, as you'll discover, this game is full of intrigue and plot twists. Please give your audience a spoiler warning before sharing content from beyond the white hallway, so that interested players can fully enjoy the experience for themselves, if they wish to. Sincerely, the Modern Storyteller team. All right, everybody, you've been warned, and don't spoil me. Don't be that guy. I will find you, and with my new glasses, I will actually be able to see you. On notice. Pale Blood Inc. Thank you for the 100 biddies. Welcome to the Four Eyes Club. Lani, have you been blinded by fog when you open the oven yet? Not yet. I don't really wear these that much because my eyes can see pretty normal, but now that I actually have to read and stuff, it's helpful. It's helpful to read things. So let's go. New game. A message from developers. This game was developed by a core team of 3 people. 3 people over 4 years. This is a mysterious adventure with multiple endings. It rewards thoughtful conversation and exploration, not brute force. Fate of the city is in your hands. Oh boy. Present day. Hi!
Hey,
what's up?
You're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna win. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who?
Not really. Does she want to eat me? I'm a dude. I go outside plenty. Nah, that's boring. Gorgamot.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating?
I don't know.
What's the last thing you remember?
It might have had something to do with you. Oh, hey, Titanfall 2 is ready to play. I barely remember anything.
It does look like you took a pretty hard...
That wasn't me, by the way.
You've been given a second chance. Which is why I feel terrible for what I'm about to say, but...
Can you write a whole book for me?
There are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him, so I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat.
He has a restraining order against me, so I can't go in there. Personal reasons.
Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. I just... What do you want to know?
What's your deal?
Oh, there's not much
I'm
to
sure,
tell.
stranger.
Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean?
Not even gonna tell me your name?
Oh, I'd rather not say.
That's
it,
shady as fuck! I'd really like to know, especially if I'm gonna be helping you.
All right, fine. Sorry if
You
I
do?
sounded cagey. It's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
Alright. Why didn't you want to tell me? Oh, it is. It's literally the memes.
Yeah, something like that. But right now, I have bigger problems, like finding Al.
Who's Al?
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank.
What
not
the
long before
fuck?
you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
I'd ask if this is the river Styx, but you know, we're talking about Rome. What was their version of Styx? They had a version. Like almost all their ship was ripped, like all their shit was ripped hardcore from Greece.
You really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
Gotcha.
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al.
Who is this Al to you?
What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Okay, then what are you doing here? Why isn't that a question? You're just sitting in a spot that two random dudes happen to float down at. That's all the questions I got, apparently.
Great. So you're ready to go look for Al?
Fine.
Thank you. The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Please, hurry. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
A gun. Oh. Meh, 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 meh. Okie dokie. Yeah, this was definitely a Skyrim mod. Search for clues about Al. Where you at, Al? What were you doing on this crazy river, Al? You in there, Al? Okay, there's my jump. Ah, Al left a note.
If
You're reading this.
It means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground.
Well, Al installed an invisible wall.
Its existence is long forgotten. All knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place." Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation. Or
Gotcha.
a warning. Al Worth.
Hey, Karen! He's dead! Or missing. Like, either way, he's not here. Yeah, he's not coming back. He went into an underground city.
The ruins are just beyond those columns. Please.
Yeah, I know. I found this note.
Back already? What's up?
Found a note saying he's gone searching for an ancient city underground.
Sounds like you're on the right track then. Maybe see if you can
Bitch!
find the entrance?
Alright.
Thanks again. And please, hurry.
Gorgamel has better shit to do. Gorgamet. Gorgamet has better shit to do than your errands. Hey, I found this cryptic message that he even labels as a warning. Oh, hey, maybe you should go look for him in that forgotten city. Maybe he's, you know, go ahead and fucking die, I guess. Wait, I can't take a backpack? Oh, fuck. Okay, this is some bullshit. I'm on the teeter-totter of doom here. Okay. And it's locked. Okay, cool. Well, cool. I guess it's the only way in. Fuck you, Karen. Suck my dick! Well, found the entrance to the secret city, and the torches are still lit. Those are some crazy long-lived braziers. What was that? Translate. The graffiti. It's hastily scrawled Latin graffiti. I can't translate it yet. Duh, I don't speak Latin. That makes sense. Okay. Okay, that's money. That's money right there. They look scared. Fuck, there's a Gorgon. Or a Gorgon that turns people to gold. Don't look at it. 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 I have a bad feeling about that water. A gold gone, if he were. Protestne mi adire. Pretty sure that translates to something along the lines of "Can you hear me?" or like, oh, Jesus. Hey, what's up, everybody? Me adiova. Hey, Lani. What up? Eyes only. Thank you for the 53 months. Happy anniversary, Eyes only. Hope New Year's going well so far. So far, so good. I got glasses. Well, everybody here had a time. Okay, who built this dwarf-ass ruin? I feel like I should be exploring more things. Roman military commander attempting to scramble away from something. Yeah, I know. It's like I said, I'm pretty sure it's like a the wisp. What's that metal grinding noise? This feels like a horror game. Legionary in a state of terror, right? Like, this has horror game vibes. She's looking at the sky. Someone who appears to be praying for help that never came. Tank, tank, tank. Oh, wow. Plonk, clonk, pa-clonk. I'm sorry, lady. I'll try to get you back up on your feet. Just... Okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. My bad. My bad. Okay. Well, you're dressed fairly modern. Are you the eponymous Al? Golden statue of an old man wearing modern clothing. This must be Al. But how is that possible? Well, Al got turned to gold and hung. Al is the gallows god. Al is Odin.
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, that you'll suffer the same
Fuck
fate
you,
I did.
Karen!
I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. In here, there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning.
Okay.
Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now. And find out what awaits you beyond
Well,
that
fuck
portal.
you. Death only has one possibility. The portal has many. Life has many doors, Al boy. Now I know I have no consequence, so I'll just knock him over. Step through the doorway into the past. Gotta get back to the past. Whoa, boo, wee, wee, bam, 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 ba, down. Well, here I am, in the past. Ooh, apples. Oh no, pomegranates. Depicting great circular portal to... No, that is a pomegranate. Oh, I see. Okie dokie. Hey, dude, I just knocked you over in the future.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpine?
I am Gorgamot. And I got lost.
Oh, is that right? Well, just make sure you don't get lost in any other sacred places you're not supposed to be.
Right.
Can't have you disrespecting the gods by accident.
Probably not, although I think I've broken a few of their laws by doing
Most
this.
folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very
Correct.
lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along.
He looks like he's being held at gunpoint or knife point. I
Hey,
guess,
Lani.
by the laws of time. Night Alpha Zero, thank you for the 17 months. Happy anniversary. New glasses. Who dis? It Lani.
Not laws.
Ah, just one.
Law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's...
Gotcha.
It's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, are you coming?
All right, lead the way.
Follow me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now. Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get
So
lost.
there is a way
Not
out.
careful.
Oh, hey, there's a person ensconced in gold.
Introduce me to your handsome new friend.
Yo, what's up? I'm Gorgamot.
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking him to
No,
see
no,
the
no, don't,
magistrate.
no need to keep it in your loincloth.
Paul won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
That's a good deal. Oh. Loincloth later, though.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her if I were you. She's, it's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat.
Did you say weed?
Huh.
No, wheat.
That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what
Gotcha.
happened to her. Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since.
Did you just talk to me? Hey, do the statues ever talk to you?
This central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Hilarious. You're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
Says the farmer.
What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy. Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me,
God,
please.
word gets around quick.
Follow me. The only thing you really need to understand right now is the Golden Rule. Let me see if I can explain it.
Don't fuck up.
When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9.
Okay.
Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it
Right. 1 in
decimation.
10.
If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the Golden Rule is exactly 10 times
So 1 in
worse.
100?
The magistrate can explain the rest.
Or,
He's up these stairs.
hold on. The multiplicative property of that doesn't make...
Whatever are you wearing?
I don't know. I can't see my body. Whatever. Hello?
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know
I'm
your
Gorgamot.
A curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago.
Yep. It's beautiful.
Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last
7 months.
22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without...
Yes.
Well, I'm not sure I believe...
Magical time portal.
But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us...
Oh, you're fucked now that I'm here.
You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning
Hey, I was
this
right.
rule to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom...
What if it's you that's gonna break it?
I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
What counts as a sin?
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes, or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for
Got bad news about that one for you, but we'll get to that.
Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome is a beacon of...
Pride is a sin where I come from.
For 800
Just throwing that out there.
she has born great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. We have comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When our people are starving, they are given food rations, and when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris to call us barbaric?
Yes.
Of course. What else would we do with those prisoners of war who would otherwise have been executed? And besides, there are laws for their protection as well.
Don't you people watch Bloodsport for entertainment?
On occasion, but our gladiators are almost all volunteers seeking glory, or condemned prisoners who would have been executed anyway. I do not see the harm.
Of course you don't.
Of course.
But I mean,
Hey,
they
Lani.
have women. They're women.
And the right to be protected by their fathers and husbands.
Persecute Christians?
You mean the blasphemous cult responsible for burning down half of Rome last year? It's hard to blame the people for being angry about that.
Again, I'm just pointing out, you know.
Are you talking about our practice of
Yes.
decimation? Of course.
We could hardly unite all these warring tribes without a disciplined, formidable legion.
Where I'm come from, those things are considered bad.
Well, right now, you're a long, long way from home. I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
What do you mean when you said Proserpina?
You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back.
Samurai Jack.
And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
Yeah, pretty much. 2,000 years in the future.
2,000 years? That is...
Yeah, so stop talking down to me, asshole.
Tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us? Of this city?
Oh, he's fucking gone.
I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000 times. But it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it.
Let me tell you about the story of Oedipus. Not about the mom fucking part, but about the part where his dad did everything he could to stop the whole thing from coming to fruition. Like, literally what we're talking about here is, you know, an Oedipal arrangement.
All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in
Titanfall
some
2 is
cases,
installed.
a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing
So you.
the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
I saw a lot of human remains in the temple.
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
Do my best.
Well, I suppose that's all I can ask.
Correct. Why can't you investigate?
Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Cool. Any suspects?
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation...
Okay, you know what? That's actually smart.
Me? Why would you suspect me? I've just told you, I'm about to sacrifice my own life to ensure these people have a
I don't know, you
second
really
chance.
seem to love the smell of your own
What
farts,
reason could
dude.
you possibly have to suspect me, of all people? I'm glad you think so. Without trust, without each other, we won't be able to prevent what is about to happen.
Tell me what you really think.
Well, all right. There are those who wish to vote me out of office so that they can pursue their own misguided political agenda. Frankly, their selfishness and recklessness risk destabilizing the entire city. I would be looking very carefully at them.
Ah, your political opponents. I see. Yes, very logical. Why can we understand each other? I don't speak Latin.
You mean you couldn't speak Latin before you arrived here? How strange. But the gods are active here, and their temples and shrines hum with power like nowhere else in the Empire. Perhaps when Proserpina brought you here, she planted the seed of Latin in your mind so that you could better serve her.
It wouldn't be much of a game if you were all just speaking gobbledygook to me. Awesome.
Indeed. If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the golden rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Makes sense?
Yes. This guy knows a lot about sci-fi rigmarole. Maybe he's an alien.
Ah, good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the golden rule?
Doesn't seem like I got much choice.
No, I don't suppose you do. But I'm hoping that even if you're not burdened with a sense of self-sacrifice, you'll at least see the sense in self-preservation.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
Okay. I'll get started.
Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
See, and here this motherfucker was a moment ago saying, like, I don't think I should be the one to tell you where to go and what to do, but you should start there. Apples. I'm gonna start by exploring your shit. That's aight. Don't steal. Don't steal. Everybody will turn to gold. Aha! A note from Scintilla. Scintilla to Sentius. May Jupiter Optimus Maximus continue to protect and guide you. Thank you for making me your daughter, and for the lovely birthday pendant. I promise I will wear it always. I feel so safe and fortunate to have you as my father, and Sentia as my sister. I sense you've been feeling apprehensive about the election next month, but if you can just show them the strong and dependable man I know you to be, you will be re-elected. I'm sure of it. There is no next page. Thanks. Thanks, Persephone. Precipitous. Okay. I'll be off now. Dude down there getting jacked. Sup, bro?
What were you two
Lots of
talking
things. Sorry, what?
about? Don't play dumb. I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. What's he offering you? Money? Favours? What's your vote worth to him?
Do I even get a vote? What's it worth to you?
A spit of a for the career. We've lined up all the votes we need already. Mark my words, Malleolus is gonna be magistrate by the end of the day. And if I tell him you've sided with that feeble old has-been, that you've been trying to undermine his hard-won victory, you'll have picked the wrong patron. Got it?
Okay. I don't want any trouble.
Good. Then stay out of it.
Thanks for the warm welcome. Doesn't seem like the kind of guy I really want to sit here and talk to. Sentius and Malleolus. Same excrement. Different smell. Man, elections really haven't changed that much in several hundred years, several thousand years.
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
Is that how you... Okay.
A new face. Ave and may Vesta.
Thank you, Strain.
I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of...
Hi, Equita. Please don't eat me.
Oh my. I take it people are quite direct where you're from. I suppose it's quite charming in its own way. Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, "What is your story?"
Well, what should I have done?
The proper approach would be to arrange an introduction
Hey, Lani.
for a mutual acquaintance in high office, by which time you would already know how to address me.
Well,
And then you would find a way to satisfy your curiosity rather more indirectly. But to be honest, I've often thought what an unnecessarily formal way to communicate that is. So, let's do it your way. You just keep being yourself and ask whatever you like. It'll be a refreshing change.
it should be. So, what's your story?
You know, I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you end
Walked
up
through a
here?
magic portal. Young woman named Karen dragged me out of a river. Sent me here.
Karen, you say? And nothing about
Karen.
that name seems
Karen!
odd to you.
Am I dead? Fuck!
Older. I see. I wonder if... No.
What were you going to say?
I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just that you've got me thinking. Have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here?
No,
too?
are we all dead?
I really think you should. Go around and ask them what they remember and see if you notice any patterns.
You're being a bit coy.
I know.
Isn't it wonderful?
I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you, too.
What happened to Livia?
Up until a few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community, darning clothes and cutting hair. She was always so chatty, always seeking out newcomers and asking them where they were from and how they wound up here. And then, about a month ago, she suddenly changed. She withdrew, stopped working and became despondent, started muttering to herself. Galerius and I visited her to see how we could help, but she just looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows, and told us we were ignorant of some pattern. Look, it could be unrelated. Perhaps she simply fell ill. Or, as Galerius suggested, the weight of the golden rule was too much for her. But there is a small chance that she learned something, saw a pattern nobody else saw, and that it
Gotcha.
broke her.
Yeah, we're
I
dead.
just don't want to see that happen to you. So be careful.
Calling it now. We're all dead. I'm way backlogged on a bunch of these things. I'll be careful.
Thank you. Now, go and follow the thread of truth through this labyrinth, and come back to me if you discover any patterns.
Okie dokie. I'll get on that.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Protoss, thank you for the 100 biddies. Forgot to ask yesterday, but does the Wandering Weasel do birthday parties? If you, they host all sorts of events. Skip-a-doo, thank you for the 12 months of Prime support. Happy 1-year anniversary. Haven't caught a stream in a long time. Just found out I'll be able to study abroad in Japan this summer. So excited. Awesome, dude. Hope you have a fantastic time. And happy 1-year anniversary, Skip-a-doo. Toby Saru gifting a sub to Blaze19902003. Happy anniversary, Blaze, courtesy of a very generous Toby Saru JC and North Countryman. Thank you for the 200 biddies, man. For your choice in game today and in t-shirt. Thanks, man. Horatius, been a minute.
What now?
What's your story?
I'm a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others. And making sure they're all...
That note I've said...
I also keep a register of new arrivals.
That note I found said that he adopted one and he had another. So what's... I don't get to ask, like, to elaborate on that?
I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing alright for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it.
But I do.
My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl. And pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People were screaming, trampling each other. Then some Genetricum fugitive tried to take advantage.
I don't
of the
know
chaos
those
and
words.
pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose.
Sorry to hear that.
Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. That said, Centilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit.
What can you tell me about the magistrate?
He's one of the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that.
Do you know a way out of here?
I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. But I learned how to accept my situation. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. That's from Seneca the Younger, if you're interested.
I wasn't, but thank you.
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Ah. Aurelia, Common, Tavern Keeper, Claudia, Patrician, wife of Meliolus, Decius, Commoner, Merchant, Domitius, Commoner. Ah, that must have been that dude I was chatting up. Duilius, unable to work, in the slums, imprisoned in warehouse. Equitia, Vestal Priestess. Hey, we just met her. Fabia, Commoner, Baker, Slum. Galerius, Commoner, Farmer, Slum. Georgius, Foreigner, Merchant, Clothes, Forum. Hannibal, Foreigner, Forage for Scrap, Slum. Died in Cistern? Hannibal went missing. Horatius, Commoner, Guard, Slum. Man, poor Horatius. Kabosh, Foreigner, Fisherman, Slum. Disappeared. Julia, Patrician, Debt Bondsman to Malolius, Villa, Middle. Livia, Commoner, Hairdresser, Slum. Now refuses to work. Foreigner, Nurse, Slum. That's Lucretia. Malolius, Patrician, Money Lending. Villa, Middle. Not to be trusted. Nivea, commoner, physician, locked herself in palace. Octavia, patrician, cleaning, gardening, villa, lower. Rufius, commoner, patrol slum, increasingly agitated. Sentia, patrician, pupil, villa, restricted to her villa for safety. Centilla, pupil, upper, missing. Sentius, magistrate, gotcha. Ulpius, debt bondsman to Malolius. Actually, that might be the guy we just met. Virgil, where's your motivation? Thank you.
Of course.
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
As I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like 100-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it.
Where I'm from, that would be considered collective punishment, which is a war crime.
A war crime? Isn't that a contradiction in terms?
Kinda.
As Cicero said, in times of war the lawful...
My, you are well read.
Good. Perhaps we'll make a legionary out of you.
Right now, my job is detective, bro. Put that in your log. Gorgamot, the detective.
If you like.
Who are you gonna vote for?
Not that it's any of your business.
I'm detective.
But my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius. Unfortunately, I don't think my vote is going to make any difference today. See, Domitius has been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus with lies, bribery, and intimidation. The man's a savage, but he's a gladiator, so people fear and respect him more than they should. Sentius knows about it, of course, but he doesn't have the same rat cunning as Malleolus. This place will be different with that sleaze at the helm. But I try not to worry about things I can't change.
I have a hard time believing that the bribery and stuff is the sin.
I appreciate the thought, but you're new here, and I just can't see how you could make an impact in the time between now and the election this afternoon. In any case, if you're interested in the election, go and have a chat with Equitia.
She's right next to us.
She'll be overseeing proceedings.
I'll be going now.
All right.
Oh, she fucked off. She was like, their conversation is going long. Oh. Oh, look at that. I can turn the world into papyrus. What the fuck? Mad Max. The Metrics. Las Vegas. Ooh, Las Vegas don't look bad. Hellish. So yeah, Charon is actually Chiron, or Charon. The ferryman of the dead. Ah, there we go. This is good. This is weird. There we go. I'll stick with default for now. Wang. Hey, Lucrezia.
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend. Yulia. She was a good woman.
I'll cross her off the registry.
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this.
Ha! Dangly
And
parts.
I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that.
What
and
an
he
asshole.
knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friends."
How
like
is that not a
I."
bro?
Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying
Maybe she
breath.
was bitten by an actual snake, because if somebody murdered her, is that not breaking the golden rule?
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that genetricum fututo and scratching his eyes out.
Can I learn what that word means? I'll see what I can do. So what's your deal?
I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nivea's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot
Oh, thanks.
mess it up. My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my right. So I waited for the right time to take what was mine and disappear. And then the fires came. As he prepared to evacuate our villa, I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke, and the streets were full of people trampling each other. I ran for the river, like everyone else, and leapt in. The next thing I remember, I was waking up on a riverbank. not
How
far from
convenient.
here. It's all right. Say what you will about this place. At least my fornicating husband will never find me. And while there's no shortage of snakes here, at least with the golden rule, they have to try to be discreet about it.
Why are you working here?
Oh, this shrine was in use as a clinic long before any of us arrived here. Kind of strange to set up a clinic in the temple of the god
Bit,
of
yeah.
disease. But the god who inflicts a curse is also the only god who can undo it. So I suppose praying to Apollo for healing kind of makes sense.
I didn't know Apollo was the god of disease.
Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good too, until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying, but I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know
Right.
about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed and he's in constant pain.
Go on.
He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off, and I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out, and you know what that means. I just know Nivea would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace.
Get him some weed.
Thanks, I suppose. A city without sin might sound good on paper, but whoever dreamt it up didn't think it through. Maybe it was an attempt to create some kind of utopia. But snakes like Decius will always find loopholes to exploit. And what can we do about it? Absolutely nothing. In some ways, we are worse off because we can't take the law into our own hands.
Can we talk about Lulia? Or Iulia?
What do you want to know?
Do you think she was poisoned or was it self-inflicted?
Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken
exactly.
the rule. And so maybe it's best we don't.
I mean, if it's broken, it's broken. Or maybe killing people doesn't break the golden rule. Hi, Selena.
Hemlock.
Oh, well then, yeah, that's not a snake. A snake. Actual snake did not do that.
I haven't seen her in months. She's not allowed to leave Malleolus' villa. And they are quite secretive.
Can't just sleep on my computer, baby. Let's talk about something else.
Gladly.
I'll be going.
Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
Yep, she's dead. Died with no possessions. Collection of barbaric-looking medical implements, including forceps and shears. Mortar and pestle. Not much has changed in 2 millennia. I use it for mushing up garlic mostly. Garlic and peppers. That's locked.
May Apollo keep
You
you
too.
safe.
Selena. That door's locked. I don't know. Probably because I'm dead. As to like why this is my afterlife of choice.
Greetings and salutations.
Hello.
Greetings. I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together.
This is the guy.
And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world?
Detroit. You'd never believe me if I told you.
And now you have me more intrigued than before. But since it appears you do not wish to share, I will wait until we are better friends. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
What's your deal?
My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum.
Selena, stop. Stop. You're messing with my cables, girl.
You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule, and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all? I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree?
I guess. So, did you wake up on the riverbank too?
A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
Tell me the part you do remember. Tell me about the part where you woke up on the river.
I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drowning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa. Indeed, I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger.
Charon?
I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am.
Let's talk about something else.
Anything you like.
Joker Brian, thank you for the 100 biddies. Digging the glasses? Thanks kindly. What do you think of the golden rule?
Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate.
Why do you say that?
Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks and the rivers dried up. Innocent people died by the tens of thousands until at last the other gods were forced to act lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The golden rule has merely brought it into focus.
What can we do about it?
If we are to survive, I say we must each heed the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, "Avoid doing what you would blame others for doing."
Cool. Easier said than done.
Regrettably, I think you are correct, my friend. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by
There's a bird chirping in my left ear. I just want to end this conversation so I can at least shift my perspective a little.
Ah, the voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the golden rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not?
Yeah, lemons from lemonade, Georgius. Who are you voting for?
That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way.
Anything I can do to change that?
Nothing comes to my mind, my friend.
I'll be going now.
I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Alright, I'm turning. No more birds directly in my... There we go. Now they're in my right ear. Yes! I was right! That did translate to "Can you hear me?" Sinner.
Sometimes I stare at the great temple on the bluff, and I think, whatever is in there, it has to be important.
Maybe. Why does your sign say sinner?
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgin. You arrived on a sad day, friend. What with Julia's death? I wish we could have met under better circumstances.
What's your story?
Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people, that kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place.
Tell me about the city's history.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least
Correct.
that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all.
I mean, they share gods. Isn't it common for them to copy the architecture?
That could be the reason. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us imagine? If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories
All they do is whisper at me. Tell me about the architecture.
Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. Those series of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the great temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake and allows us to fish and farm.
If they bring water into the city, could we use them to escape?
Hey,
okay.
Not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to be a bit more discreet about it.
Are you German?
You mean the
yeah,
great
that temple.
This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of
German.
this unknown god.
Or
it appears
Austrian.
Some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible for the Golden Rule? Unless somebody figures out a way inside, I suppose we'll never know.
Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
He doesn't seem to want to talk about ways out of here. Notice the graffiti. Why does someone think you're a sinner?
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking.
It's you!
Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
I see.
And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagus, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least, I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong.
Know who's writing it?
It's not just graffiti. I have quite a collection of handwritten notes too. The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists. Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god, and that he considers my nature
Ah,
sin.
the Christians.
Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule.
Fucking Christians, always ruining everything.
What? Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just
I would
confused.
agree. I'll see what I can do. Who are you gonna vote for?
Well, Malleolus is talking about loosening some of the restrictions in this place. And while it's all a bit vague, at least he has a
Faux
vision.
populism never ends well.
My vote isn't for sale, if that's
I'm
what you're
not.
asking.
What do you think about the golden rule?
Some people say it's divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly
Right?
human. I mean, once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care, which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or this unknown god doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I know the difference.
Do
you?
I think so.
Good. Then I hope you'll agree that there are only two ways of dealing with unfair rulers. The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems leaving may not be an option.
Are you the devil? Look me in the eye. Huh? You the devil? How do you remove a god from power?
Good question. It's best if I say no more, but I hope you'll give it some thought.
Shifty motherfucker. Okay.
Nice to talk to you.
Virgil, do you really want to be responsible for the sin that destroys us all? I mean, he might be at this point if he's like Roman fire shovel made of bronze. It smells like ash. Yep, that's what a fire shovel would smell like. What do you have in here? Another accusatory note. They may not see you yet, but I want you to know I see you. Are you the devil?
Make sure you stay away from that empty shrine. It's going to collapse
Is
at any
it?
moment.
No shit, you're ensconced in gold. Why is there rope tied around the bread? Designed to be pulled apart in wedges, apparently freely available to anyone who wants it. All right, I'm taking some bread. How you doing? What's going on around here? Shopping list. Things to buy once I've escaped. Villa in the Avenue Aventine, Rome. It's time for Lanimaniacs, and our volumes to the max. Somebody's got your backs, your subs, so now relax. We're Lanimaniacs. Joker Brian 316, thank you for gifting 5 subs to the community, my dude. Welcome to the Lanimaniacs and happy Lanniversary. You lucky 5 people gifted a sub by the very, very generous Joker Brian 316. Let's see. 2-horse chariot, seat on the Senate, 4-horse chariot. Okay, good. You gotta have options. Villa on the Bay of Naples, always a nice place. 10-horse chariot, cool. 12 slave girls, pale and plump. Shopping list of things Decius plans to buy once he's escaped. Okay. Yeah, you know, Decius, he's got a bunch of people here too. I mean, man knows what he wants. Oh, where?
Help! You have to do something.
What's up?
A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a
Oh, that's
weapon.
fucking nasty.
You have to do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule.
Do you know who's threatening Virgil? What? Did you hear what I said? I'll get right on it.
Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
No. Do not go in there.
What?
It's about
Why?
to... It's about to crumble. Virgil told me.
All right, fine. Come and find me my
Ah,
bakery
you made
instead.
that bread for
Please
me.
be careful. Fabia, but now's not the time.
No shit. You're ensconced in gold. You all need my help. Anyway, I'm gonna go get stabbed. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quintius.
I don't think I've met him.
Do you know where he is?
Yeah, I saw him worshiping in a small shrine just on the inside of the city. Second building on the left.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live
Appreciate it.
now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
All right. Best of luck, armed stranger. Mind if I follow you? I got nowhere else to go. So how load-bearing is this place? Like...
Filthy, lying degenerate.
Doesn't count as murder. By order of Emperor Nero, all loyal sons of Rome are ordered to hunt and execute the arsonist and murderer Tiberius Quintus Crispus, a citizen from the Aventine district of Rome. He is about 40 to 50 years old. He is average height, average build, has dark hair, and has one green eye and one blue eye. Well, that's an easy distinction. He is typically clean-shaven. He is known associate of cultists and suffers from delusions of grandeur. Well, that's neat. And I'll take your money. Yeah, I know. Do we want to talk about that clear... Like, hold on. I swear to God, I saw under the seams of this thing. This thing slides. Greek statue, probably the goddess whom this temple is dedicated. Perhaps a local Greek resident knows more about her. Or perhaps I can find out through this hidden passageway. Right, I brought technology with me. What the fuck? Okay. Am I gonna hunt goblins? Alright, shit's taking a turn here. Game hasn't exactly taught me how to do combat, but I pulled out a weapon. I'm just going to assume I know how to do it. We don't know if Gorgamot has ever wielded a bow before in his life. I feel like I'm skipping steps in this mystery. Hey, dude. I don't want to kill you because I feel like that'd break the golden rule. But you can see me, right? What the fuck is this place?
Ah.
Yeah, hi. What's up?
Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name?
I'm Gorgamot.
It's a sincere pleasure to meet you. Tell me, what brings you all the way
Found a
down?
weird fucking door.
Then perhaps the fates brought you here to learn the secrets of
I'll
this
take it.
place. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I have been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute. I'm hoping that person is you.
We'll see what we can do.
Let us find out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the Golden Rule?
Not yet.
You have much to learn. It's best if you figure it out on your own. Come back once you've made progress.
Is this like a George R.R. Martin thing? Like, you're legit just not gonna talk to me until I... Can you just tell me?
Then you should speak with your contemporaries in the city above. Ask them about their stories and see if you detect a pattern.
Yeah, we're all dead. Are you Hades?
It is best if you come to this realization for yourself. You would never believe me if I
Wait, is Hades the one responsible? I believe you, dude. Trust me, I believe you. If you tell me we're dead, I believe you. Like, I've come to that conclusion myself, personally. I never left! This ladder's broken. Never mind, I just had to jump. Well, that was a less interesting hunt than I had thought. Who's the Roman version of Hades? Who's the Roman god of death? I actually don't know. Pluto? I guess that makes sense. Who does? Is it Pluto? Hades? Plutarch? Dooley's note. I did not do it, says Dooley. Hello? What's up, Smeagol?
Hello? My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up.
What did you do or not do?
I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure.
Prince K1, Prince Kitsune. Thank you so much for the 600 biddies. My precious. Welcome, by the way. Somebody think you're gonna steal? Yeah.
But I wasn't. I was just looking.
Is that all?
They said I did it. more than once. But I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar.
Not a liar, Billy! Oh, a liability.
Yes. They said I have to live here now, and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you think you could read
Dear
it?
Lord, nobody's even read you your letter? Oh, that's a lot of words, dude. I'm sorry. Magistrate Sentius Duilius. I'm just going to say Dooley. I am writing you in relation to your incorrigible antisocial behavior arising from your obsession with an alleged lost treasure. While I am sympathetic to your plight and the passing of your guardian Hannibal some weeks ago, I wish to impress upon you an important message. The treasure you seek does not exist. Given your memory limitations, it seems likely you simply misremembered. More importantly, since you have on several occasions been caught trespassing, including around the cistern, which are strictly off limits to all citizens, I have reluctantly come to the conclusion that you are a liability to this community and must have your freedom limited, lest you break the golden rule. It is my hope that this letter will assist you to remember why you are incarcerated, should you experience further lapses in memory.
What does it say?
Says you're a liar, Billy. It says they caught you trespassing several times. They locked you up to stop you from breaking the golden rule.
Your
treasure doesn't exist.
My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad.
So you can still die
He
in
said,
death, huh?
If anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious.
My precious!
He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns. But when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me. Except my friend Galerius. And
Equius.
The priestess lady. She's a nice lady.
If you give me the key, I can try to find what it unlocks.
Hannibal said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust. But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot.
Let me talk to the magistrate.
Galerius already tried that. He said the magistrate wouldn't listen, no matter what.
And maybe it's time we had a new magistrate.
Like Galerius? He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything. If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure. Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that it was way up high and very precious.
Okay. Well, I'll see what I can do. Let's talk about your treasure.
My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad.
Yeah, death is.
He said, if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns.
All right,
But when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me.
I know. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I'll be going now. You're a good fella. Bye Dooley. Bye Dooley. Okay. What?
Hello. Have we met before?
No.
Bye-bye.
I should leave before he pulls me back into another conversation. He listens with their ears. He watches with their eyes. How's anybody ever supposed to do something here with William Shatner just chilling there? Whoa! Hi! Sorry I compared you to Shatner. The Myth of the Golden Rule by Durotus the Younger. As per our custom, I shall begin by paying my respects to the god responsible for the city. For our continued prosperity and tranquil seclusion, he deserves our admiration. But here I must depart from custom, for his attempt at imposing strict rule upon us is oppressive and overreaching, and deserving of our contempt. Who amongst us has not awoken at night in a cold sweat, fearing some of the accidental transgressions of the Golden Rule? All of us must accept that we are all capable of error, whether from a momentary lapse in judgment or a conscious decision based on faulty reasoning. Yet the great threat of the sword of Damocles that we live under is, I believe, merely a deception, and I shall prove it to you. Let me begin by dismissing the counter-arguments. First, it may be argued that the inscription stating, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one," is evidence that the Golden Rule is very real. But that is logically unsound, for we cannot assume the writers knew any more than we did. This message was inscribed does not make it true, any more than if I were to inscribe, "Durotus the Younger is a god." Second, it may be argued that the statues in this place were evidence that the Golden Rule is real. You need not remind me of that. It was I who discovered them all around this city. It was I who collected them, placed them in a handcart, and placed them in the niches in which they sit today. I will not soon forget them. And yet I refuse to leap to the conclusion that they were once real people. There is simply no evidence to support that conclusion. That statue moved, okay? The one that is... whatever. When we read the story of Venus bringing Pygmalion sculpture Galatia to life, we do not believe it is true. Why should we take a different view here? But ultimately, these arguments are just that. After years of living in fear, there is only one way for me to prove that the Golden Rule is a falsehood, and that is through action. Friends, I apologize in advance for this, but one day you will see this moment as a turning point in our city's history. Let us see, once and for all, if the Golden Rule is real as I strike one of you with my fist. Take it that didn't go so good for you. Huh? Not gonna move again, huh? I thought not. Fuck! Okay, fuck that. Shit. Fuck.
Greetings and salutations.
Hey, Georgius. You ever notice that the statues move, bro? It's kind of weird. Hey, out of my way. Move it, Aloy! got my bow. Livia, how are you?
Looking a bit troubled there.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
What's your story?
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the Forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths.
Ruler of the depths, interesting.
Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives.
See, Livia knows what's up. Man, Gorgamot, you are dense.
They never do.
What do you think of the Golden Rule?
The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment.
Right. Can you tell me about the pattern you saw?
You think you wish to know, but you do not. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed.
It's the
I'll
fact that
say
we're all
no
dead.
more.
No way out of here?
There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions.
Tartarus. I see. I'll be going now.
The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
Okay.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
It's not even subtle.
Their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
Fortune smile on you,
Keep
brother.
an eye out for Scintilla, would
Hey,
you?
Galerius, you're a cool guy. Why don't you run for government?
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind?
What's your story, Galerius?
Well, it's a long one and kind of sad, but I don't.
There is a
mind telling
tiger
it.
involved. Never mind
I'm
then.
a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents and two little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. Sprinted so fast I almost threw up, but by the time I got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with the legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill from there. I took over the farmstead, but I was young.
Then I woke up on a river.
More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find
Hey,
animals
Lani.
missing, our stores pillaged. These legion thugs just took whatever they wanted. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were, and what they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle. But there were more of them. I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters,
rough,
dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done. Still burns whenever I think about it.
Let's talk about something else.
Oh, I'm sorry to bore you, friends.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bore you. What do you think of the Golden Rule?
Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know?
What do you think about the election?
I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius much, but Malleolus is almost as bad. Even I could do a better job. Me, a farmer. and I've never given a speech or put on a toga
Maybe
in
you
my
should run.
life.
Ever thought about running for magistrate?
I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Dooley set free. God knows Sentius is never going to do it. But from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up. Nobody's going to take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Dooley from his cell. And that's good enough for me.
Why is Dooley in a cell?
Because Sentius put him there.
I mean, yes, that's the direct
Dooley
reason,
was
but
just
why did he put him
wandering
there?
around looking for some imaginary treasure. Now a magistrate accused him of being a thief. It's nonsense, of course. Dooley's the most harmless man you'll ever meet. But Sentius really has it in for him, for some reason.
Let's talk about something else.
Gladly.
You know a way out of here.
Well, as much as I'd love to get out of here, the harvest's always more fruitful in another man's field, isn't it? But Scintilla, Sentius's daughter, went missing a few weeks back. Could be she found a way out. If anyone knows for sure, it'll be her sister, Sentia. But she'd never tell the likes of me.
Perhaps the likes of me.
I've bounced the idea around once, but from...
Guess we'll have to wait and see whether Malleolus frees him or not.
I suppose you're right.
I'll be... fuck! Never mind.
All right.
I'll be going now.
All right. See you around.
Alright.
I love your clothes.
Thank you.
So exotic.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit.
Fortune smile on
I'm
you.
Aurelia.
Nice to meet you.
And I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued.
Oh, really?
You're not like any Roman man I've ever seen. You seem so refined, so civilized.
I've been told. Charming as you are, beautiful.
Ugh, coming on a bit strong, don't you think?
Hi, kettle, name's Pot.
I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern?
Think that cup's clean? You missed a spot. What's your deal?
Ugh, let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us.
Heard any interesting gossip?
Certainly. For 10
I only got
denarii.
one.
How embarrassing for you.
What do you think of the golden rule?
I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying goes, to drink is human, so we drink.
Know of a way out of here?
You know, normally, I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here.
That's cute, but seriously.
Straight to business, huh? I can
You
work with
pushed that.
As a matter of fact, I do know a way out. I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about, and I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle. So, how badly do you want it? Is it worth, say, 1,000 dinars?
I don't even have 10!
Well, I can't tell you too much, or you'd figure it out for yourself. But I promise you, you'll never have to spend another hour in this city ever again.
And you haven't used it yourself?
Simple. It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here. One day, maybe, but not now.
Kind of unethical to keep all these people trapped in here knowing there's a way out.
I think of it this way. I have something of value, and I'm willing to share it for a price. That's not unethical. That's just good business. Now, do you want it or not?
I'll pass.
What's the matter? Can't
Accurate.
afford it? Well, perhaps you could take out a loan. I understand Malleolus has lent money to others. On occasion.
I'll be going now.
All right. See ya.
Where the fuck did everybody go? It's time. The election's on. Oh, fuck!
The 49 melodies fetch again.
The priestess. Sorry I'm late!
As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots, and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this.
Hey, you're
As
Malleolus?
I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Malleolus.
Dacius.
Malleolus.
Galerius.
I abstain. I'm just here to observe.
Virgil.
Malleolus.
Rufius.
Malleolus.
And finally, Domitius.
Malleolus. Who else?
Citizens, you have made your
Woo! Magic! Future magic!
Marcus Malleolus Gurges.
Hail, Magistrate.
What happens if I do this?
I said, hail, Magistrate.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Oh, hey! I just needed to check. Also, that was a Hades-ass voice, right? Hey, what's up? Oh, he's dead. Oh, well. Ooh. Oh, that was neat. What up, buddy?
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and what you're doing with that bow on your back?
I'm Gorgamot. We've had this conversation before.
I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
Your name is Galerius, and you're about to offer to take me to Sentia so you can tell me about the Golden Rule.
Oh, Bacchus, how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you.
No problem.
Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked
What?
real hard on it.
You made a device? Thanks.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking.
Fair enough.
And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
Thanks. You seem capable. Perhaps you should, perhaps you could care of some urgent problems for me.
Oh, sounds serious.
I need
I'm
someone to
listening.
run for magistrate. Oh. I need you to stop Fabia entering the empty shrine and tell the new arrival he'll find what he's looking for in there.
All right, let me see. Stop Fabia going in, but send the new arrival to the empty shrine.
Correct.
Understood.
That's it. Now go, fast as you can.
I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
I can see the future! Alright. Shaka bra! Alright, now we're speed running.
Fear is proof of a degenerate.
Hey, what's up, dude?
What is it, citizen?
Can we talk about Sentia?
What business is that of yours?
I'm looking for her.
A lot of people have been looking for her. But it's been 3 weeks, and we've found nothing. What makes you think you
Look
can
at my
do better?
boots. Sometimes fresh eyes help.
I suppose that's true.
Did you notice anything suspicious before she went missing?
Scintilla was always a kind, well-behaved young woman. I admit, her disappearance really caught me off guard. If anyone knows something, I'd expect it to be Sentia, Malleolus, Claudia, or Domitius. But none of them will tell me anything. You might fare better, though, I suppose.
Let's talk about something else.
Fine.
I'll be going now.
All right.
I always felt like I'll be going now should be an option on any part of the dialogue tree. Because the let's talk about something else I'll be going always feels weird to me.
Oh, don't mind me. I just...
Yeah,
live
well, I'll
here.
talk to you, though.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What
Do I
you
look like a
want?
barbarian? I mean, yes, I did just kill an elected official. What's your deal?
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
I'm not from around here.
Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our
Mhm.
customs. Now, remind me, why are we having this
I'm looking for your
conversation?
sister.
Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is
Maybe.
that it? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone.
Can I help?
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the
Maybe.
harpies?
When'd you last see her?
It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it.
She was seeing someone?
I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me.
Interesting. Why is that?
Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined
In a city
those
of 23
plans.
people, who is he planning to marry her off to?
That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her, so he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good that's done.
Is it possible her lover was involved?
I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city.
Sentius, Sentia, Scintilla. Why are your names so similar?
You really aren't from
Correct.
here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold at market. His family name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest, and my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she is affectionately known as Scintilla.
Looks surprisingly relaxed for her disappearance.
Why? Because I'm on this couch and not pacing about the villa, wasting energy. I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance.
I think you know something you're not telling me.
Ugh, you're awful. Get out of my villa and never speak to me again.
I'll do as I wish. Your father hasn't exactly given me the rule yet, but he will when I talk to him. What up, bro?
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
I'm Gorgamot. We've already had this conversation.
We have? Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to bring...
It was me this time.
Forcing me to create a portal in time to bring you here? I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Only, I assume we failed, and you had to start over. Is that about right? If so, what happened?
I couldn't stop it. I just couldn't stop it.
I see. Look, it's unfortunate, but all that matters now is that you make use of what you've learned and gathered and do better next time. Now, I assume you'll sort me out again for a reason.
I was about to ask about my investigation.
Ask then.
Never mind. Already asked all these.
Good. Now, was there something else you wanted to discuss?
Let's see. Could you release Dooley?
You mean Duilius? Releasing him is out of the question, I'm afraid. That man is a liability we simply
Can you
cannot
trust the
afford.
time traveler?
Perhaps you're not aware he was caught multiple times, sneaking around in places he should not have been.
Dude, you're talking to the time looper, okay?
Look, I can see where you're going with this. You think me cruel. I assure you that is not the case. You may not be aware of this, but it was not so long ago, during the Republic, the law of the 12 Tables would have required that he be killed as soon as he was born, owing to his deformities. Here we see to it that he has food, water, and shelter, and most importantly, he is able to continue living.
Are you Spartan or Roman?
That would be taken away from all of us, were he to be released and commit the crime of trespass. The man has no self-discipline, poor comprehension of what is going on around him, and is an incorrigible rule breaker. I will not jeopardize the lives of my people so that one man can go free. Now, was there something else?
What's your story?
Sextus Sentius Imperiosus is my name.
Sex.
Though magistrate is the proper way to address me. Before I wound up here, I was a decurion in the cavalry of Imperial Rome, helping protect civilization from the barbarians.
What's a decurion?
It's a cavalry officer. I had 30 men under my command. This was my uniform.
Why are you still wearing it?
As magistrate, I usually wear a toga, but today I may need to survive long enough to create the portal for you. So, it seemed
fair.
Prudent.
How'd you end up here?
My men and I were at the Emporium in Rome as honor guard for a visiting.
And did you wake up on the side of a river?
By barge. Now the port is usually bustling, but just as our guests arrived, waves of people began running toward the river from streets and alleyways in every direction. They were trying to escape a terrible fire. Unfortunately, the crowd sent my horse into a panic, and I remember it losing its footing by the water's edge. The next thing I knew, I was waking up on a riverbank not far from here in the company of some stranger. I went looking for my horse and discovered that lonely temple. You can probably figure out.
Do you know the name of the stranger? Was it Charon? How'd you come to be magistrate?
I was elected 7 months ago, uncontested because of my command experience. Since then, there's been growing agitation for another election. They're supposed to be annual, but I agreed to hold it sooner, hoping it would placate my constituents. Unfortunately, it just seems to have emboldened certain elements instead.
Let's talk about something else.
Very well.
What do you think of the Golden Rule?
I've had plenty of time to think about it. Let me see if I can sum up my thoughts. I've always considered my guiding star to be the well-being of the Roman people. Our survival and prosperity have always hinged upon honoring the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. Give the gods what they want and we all prosper. Dishonor them and we all die. It's as simple
Seems like a
as
shitty
that.
rule.
The real enemy in this place is not the Golden Rule, but human failings. The temptation to slide into degeneracy, greed and hubris. I trust that answers your question.
I better get back. Wait, hold on. Let's talk about who's going to break it.
Of course. What is it?
How to stop at least one person from breaking it. What happens now?
Well, if you stopped one person from breaking it and you're still here, then there must be someone else about to break it.
Yeah, I kind of did it
Allow
last
me
time.
To explain. When I discovered the ritual to Proserpina, the instructions came with a warning about paradoxes. The crux of it is this. If you do anything to change the course of history in such a way that your very being here is impossible, you will have created a paradox. To illustrate, when the golden rule is broken, I will open the doorway that will bring you here to prevent it from being broken. If you manage to succeed in saving our lives, then I will have no reason to open the doorway, and you will never have come here. A paradox. You see? The same thing would happen if you, say, inadvertently, allowed me to die. If I can't summon you, then you can't be here. Obviously. If either of those things were to happen, I am given to understand you would be flung back to your original time, having changed the course of history for us and yourself. So the fact that you are still here means someone is going to break the golden rule, and there is yet work to do.
So if I shoot you in the head, I can go home?
Excellent. So it looks like you'll have to continue your investigation. Now, was there anything else you wanted to ask?
No.
Thank you. I'll be waiting here for news.
No.
Are they?
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
Hey, Horatius. How's it feel knowing your man's doomed to lose the election today?
Alright, let's go have a talk with the, or not.
Man couldn't even keep his own daughter safe. How can anyone trust him to keep us safe, eh?
How about this one? Aha, I'm allowed in here. Working on it. The fuck? Yeah, seems like there's an Amber Alert. Specifically in Midland, Texas. Gray 2022 Dodge Ram 3500. License plate STD 9435. Oh no, 11-month-old baby girl. Suspect 29-year-old white man Zach Smith. Last seen wearing unknown clothing. 29-year-old white Zach Smith. All you Zach Smiths out there, you're on notice. Especially if you're 29. I'm willing to bet this is a parental dispute.
Arve,
Hello, Equetia?
a new face. Arve, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm
Equitia.
To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
I'm quite sure it's the work of the gods, which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds, as long as we've kept the peace of the gods. We asked for blessings, for good health, bountiful harvest, military victory, and in return, we offer praise, wine, incense, or animals. But here, it seems they require much more of us. I find myself reminded of an especially pertinent tale from our great poet Ovid in his epic Metamorphoses. Would you like to hear it?
Oh my god! Sure.
Wonderful. It goes like this. Borsis and Philemon were an old married couple living a humble life in a small town. One night, the town gets a visit from a couple of vagrants. They go from door to door, asking for a place to stay the night. Of course, being vagrants, they're turned away sharply from house after house, 1,000
Damn,
in all,
they are persistent.
until finally they come to the little cottage where Borsis and Philemon lived. Now the kind old couple had very little to offer, but nevertheless, they invite these strangers into their house and offer them food, wine, and a place to stay. Immediately, the guests make themselves at home. They begin gulping down the old couple's wine, so much so that Borsis, the old lady, begins to worry they're going to run out. And then she notices something strange. Her wine pitcher keeps refilling itself, as if by magic.
Neat.
Realizing only a select few possess such powers, says to her husband, Philemon, "I think these men are gods in disguise." Immediately, the couple begins apologizing for offering such coarse wine, and the vagrants metamorphosize and reveal themselves to be Jupiter, the king of the gods, and Mercury, the trickster
Not sure which
god.
one that is.
They confide they didn't mind the meager offerings. They were just pleased that someone in the town offered them hospitality. Then Jupiter says to them, "You have passed our test, but everyone else in this city failed, so we are going to destroy this place and everyone in it, except you, who we will grant a wish." So old Borsis and Philemon escape up into the mountains safely, and they receive their wish, which is for eternity together.
Kind of a selfish wish.
Meanwhile, Jupiter carries through with his threat and wipes that city off the map. Some say the moral of that story is that we must all honor the sacred rituals of guest friendship, the reciprocal obligations owed between hosts and guests. But I like to think it's that we should always show compassion for those less fortunate than ourselves.
What if their wish was to, you know, spare everybody else's lives? Maybe people shouldn't be punished for not wanting to let deranged vagrants into their home. Or perhaps that the gods might kill you at the moment for failing their test, and they don't even tell you that what the rules are.
A cynic philosopher might take that view, but it's not entirely invalid, I suppose.
What's the status of the election?
It must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official business. It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent, and Malleolus, the challenger. Why do you
Just
ask?
curious. Who's allowed to vote?
All of the male citizens who are willing and able to attend, unless they're running, of course.
Can I vote?
Well, you're not a citizen yet, so no, I'm afraid
Damn.
not. But if it's any consolation, there are other ways to influence the outcome of an election.
Such as?
By using whatever gifts the gods gave you. Nothing untoward, of course.
Right. I'd like to nominate Galerius.
I like the idea, but I know Galerius well, and his position has always been that he won't run unless Malleolus
That seems very
withdraws.
difficult.
It was only yesterday that he said to me he'd only ever run if it was absolutely necessary to make sure Sentius wasn't re-elected. So, I suppose if you'd like to see Galerius elected magistrate, you'd need to persuade Malleolus to withdraw somehow.
Okay, then. Let's talk about something else.
Certainly.
I've been asking people, trying to find a pattern.
Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me, but you've come to the right person. Did you find a pattern then?
Yeah, we all died. The stranger on the riverbank.
Yes, I also had such an
Did you
encounter.
now?
What else?
Some people mentioned a river.
Yes, I understand many of our friends were carried here by
Correct.
a river current. What else?
God damn it, put the Gorgamot! Put it together!
There are definitely some common threads there. But I think we'll need at least a few to ensure we're not just seeing coincidences. Keep asking people how they wound up here. I don't want us to rush to any conclusions yet. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind, and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first.
I'll be going now.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of
Alrighty.
our neighbors.
Got more people to talk to.
Keeping an eye on things, Horatius?
As always, priestess.
Any news?
I'm gonna go find that lady in the bakery. What's up, Fabia?
Salve and welcome. Need something?
What's your story?
Oh, there's not much to tell. I mostly just bake bread and try to help.
No, I mean,
out
how'd
where
you
I
die?
can. I suppose it all started about 8 months ago. I was living in Rome with my family when I got sick. Terrible timing. My pa had just arranged a husband for me, a fisherman's son. I was about to meet him for the first time when I came down with an awful fever. I spent the next week in bed. Pa paid priests to make offerings to Asclepius, a white rooster, then a goat. But nothing worked. In the end, they decided I'd do better outside the city. Clean air in the countryside would do me good, they said. But after about a day in a carriage on the Appian Way, I was getting worse, not better. I remember closing my eyes for a bit, and I guess I must have fell asleep, because when I opened them again, I was in a forest by a river. I suppose the driver took off with his fee and left me for dead. Can't say I blame him. I wouldn't have wanted to catch what I had either. Anyway, I went searching for help, stumbled across the trapdoor temple, and here I am.
Odd, most of the others were in Rome before they woke up in the forest, but you're saying you were a day's ride away?
Oh yeah, I suppose you're right. Hadn't really thought about it. But the gods are mysterious and powerful. Who knows what their plans are for us?
How interesting. Know of a way out of here?
What? You've been here a few moments and you're desperate to get out already? Why not give the place a chance before you try to leave? Good people here. Galerius works hard on the farm so I can put food on our tables, and Lucretia tries to keep us healthy. My friend Georgius is always mending our clothes, and Virgil makes sure these old walls don't fall down around us. Well, he does his best. I'm just saying, there are worse places you could live out your days.
I don't belong here.
Well, I can tell from your funny accent you're not from around here, but that doesn't mean you don't belong, does it?
All right, let's see. What do you think about the golden rule?
Oh, I try not to worry about it. I mean, if people are nice to each other, we won't have anything to worry about, will we?
I like your optimism, but have you met people?
You're funny. I bet my friend Georgius will like you. And those interesting clothes.
He does.
of yours. And I'm sure he'd love to chatter about the golden rule with you too.
Thanks, Kitty Low.
He'll be just across the forum in his shop.
Any idea who's threatening Virgil?
Terrible shame, that is. Maybe this'll help. Late last night, I was cleaning my oven when I heard some noises outside. The forum's usually dead quiet at that hour, so I came out to see what was going on. To be honest, I thought maybe poor old Dooley had got out of his cell and was snooping around again. So I put my head out and saw someone in front of Virgil's shop. I couldn't tell who. It was
so
too
helpful.
dark. I called out to them, but they just turned and ran off without a word. All I remember is they ran past a lit torch, and the light glinted off something metallic. Armour, I think. So I suppose it could only be one of 3 people. Horatius, Domitius, or Rufius. I hope that helps.
It does. Also, sorry I missed these, but JCast TV, thank you for the 21 months happy anniversary, and Joker Brian, thank you for the 100 biddies, man. Did I catch the pilot of The Last of Us? If so, what did I think? I actually really liked it.
All right.
I really liked the
Thanks again
HBO's
for
Last of Us.
taking care of our problem. I won't forget
Looking
it.
forward to what they got coming. I mean, Hi, Willem Dafoe.
You there. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying. No idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrate's ban, but I'm impressed. And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no use for a wooden bow
That's
myself.
nice.
But I would like to propose a joint business venture.
Sure, who the fuck are you?
Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues?
The statues come to life and fire golden arrows at them.
And here I was thinking I was the only one to figure it out.
What the
In
fuck?
any case, supposedly 1 or 2 of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life, which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand, I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Aesop, the goose that laid the golden egg.
Okay.
With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, one could create
Also
infinite
true.
wealth. Use your imagination. Golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the 2 of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite.
I might be. I think the golden goose is meant to be a cautionary tale.
Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not?
I am.
Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan, but first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana?
No.
No problem. Allow me to explain. Diana is our goddess of
okay.
the moon and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand?
A golden bow?
Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you-know-what.
But you want me to steal it?
Oh, gods no! If you tried that, we'd all be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a
I like the loophole.
But make no mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step. Now, you must have questions.
Yeah,
Ask
who the
away.
fuck are you?
Because the gods would see you, of course. Hence, my proposal.
Isn't that extremely dangerous?
When Prometheus stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried about the danger?
He had his guts pecked out by vultures forever. Like in eternity. That is not a good example. Why can't you do it?
I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have complete confidence in you.
That's all the questions I had.
So, are you in, partner?
This guy's a god. Alright, let's do it.
Wonderful. Now, if you'll hand over your bow, I can get started applying a layer of gold leaf. This is a quality weapon. Now, bear with me for a moment. And here we are, a gold leaf bow.
That was quick. Look at that, I already have a special item.
Now I've gone and unlocked the Shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods not watch over you.
Alright. What a weird dude. I know, you're made of gold. Large stone statue of Diana, the ancient Roman goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld. Alright, now how am I getting up there? I don't got a good jump. My jump is not very good. Aha, there's a table. I cannot push it. Can I jump on your head? Can I jump on this? Okay. Brazzers.com has been extinguished. Replace the bow. Oh no, what happened? Now I have a real golden bow.
Is that you, partner? Do you have the bow?
Yes.
Wonderful. Just go ahead and slide it under the door for me and I'll unlock it for you.
You locked me in here?
A little bit slow, aren't you? Yes, I locked you in, and until you give me my bow, you're gonna stay in there, like Tantalus in Tartarus.
You sure do know a lot about the Greeks. How is this not against the golden rule? You said you'd split the riches between the two of us.
No, technically, I never said that. I said, if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, infinite wealth is still infinite. It's hardly my fault if you can't tell the difference between a hypothetical and a promise, now is it? Oh, I do love
Oh my god, that's actually a good point. How can I trust you?
You're just gonna have to take your chances, I'm afraid. The bow, now. And don't even think about giving me the fake one. I'll recognize my own handiwork.
Even if I give it to you, just leave me in here. Forget it.
I would reconsider my position quickly if I were you. I'm not sure if you noticed, but you're stuck in there with a hornet's nest, and they can be rather aggressive toward intruders. You know, some say it takes 27 hornet stings to kill a man, but I always wondered how anyone could have known that. Let's find out if they were right, shall
Well, you know what? The funny thing is... There. Idiot. What a dummy. Hello? You ain't giving me the bow yet. Did you get stung to death? Hello? The algae? Oh, right. Thank you, Whispers. Hadn't even considered that as a possibility. Yet here I am, and I should have. Look at this. This is cool. Thank you. Nivea's journal.
My beloved Galatea.
I don't have to read this one.
I write this so that one day, when we're finally together, you will understand what I've done and why I had to do it. The others will call me mad or a monster, but I don't care what they think. Everything I'm doing here, I'm doing for you. I'll start at the beginning. Soon after my arrival here, as I walked down a corridor lined with golden statues, I thought I heard a whisper behind me. A
I knew I wasn't the
air,
only one hearing those.
as if vocal cords of metal strained to say a word or two. I tried to dismiss the idea, tried to concentrate on my work as the city's medic, but that tortured whisper haunted me. Weeks later, in the hallway to the bathhouse, I heard it again and found myself drawn to the statue of a Roman woman wearing a stola. Her face was contorted with anguish and fear, and disturbingly, it was as if she was looking right at me. As I walked past her, I heard that strained whisper again, and turning back, I discovered that even though I had moved, she was still looking right into my soul. That was when it dawned on me. This was no statue. This was a woman trapped within that golden prison. Naturally, I told the others, but when I could not reproduce the results of my experiment, they would not believe me. But from that moment on, I knew the full horror of this place. Immobilized within these statues are living human beings. It was that day, my love, that my heart broke.
That's too bad. And now I have the power to turn people to gold. I have only gotten stronger. And I can use zip lines. What a day. I'm making bridges out of vines. Can I climb them? So long as they're made of gold. Ow! Ow! I'd be cutting the shit out of my hands doing this, by the way. Gold is not that strong. The vines themselves may actually be stronger. What room did I just end up in? I'm in the palace. How you doing? More fletched arrows, more ways to turn people to gold and things. Mostly organic. Hey, how's it going? Yep, that's right. I got the power of a god in my hands. No thank you. Stop it. What the fuck, lady? She's still after me? Alright, no, she's dead. She's dead. Alright, this ain't a fun place to be. Also, did I break the golden rule with that? Or technically the gold people aren't dead. Peeled statue. Mother, why won't it stop? Why are they peeled? Hey, what's up? No. Bonk. Yes, rest. Bonk. This is some horrific shit, though, ain't it? I know what you're thinking, but don't. You're welcome. Bonk. Well, I'm getting this gold now. Any more of you peelies out here?
You're not supposed to be.
Hey! Oh, missed that one. Missed that one again. So yeah, maybe I'm not supposed to be here, but what's going on here? Wanna maybe help solve that mystery for me a little? This palace got fucked, huh? It's not theft if they're dead. It's my logic. I can just make up my own rules, right? garum, a fermented fish sauce used as a condiment. It gives off a faint salty aroma. Fermented fish sauce. It's probably not that bad. Honestly, it's probably very similar to the fish sauce I have downstairs in my cabinet. Although I wouldn't use it as a condiment. Okay, I'm just checking around here, all right? Oh, hey! Down there? What's down where? Oh, hey, thank you. Yeah, I'll go down that way. I guess it's better than being peeled. Bonk. What you got in your hand? Is that just light? Bonk. 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 So, Nivea, or whatever the fuck her name is, has been trying to peel the gold layers off of these statues to make them more, you know, humanish, I guess. And by doing that, she created monsters. Bonk. Headshot! Headshot! Get fucked. Bonk. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Bonk on the head. Bonk. Bonk. Is there algae down there? No, that's just water. Stand still. I'll free you. Stand still. Bonk. Out of the way, please. Gotta move. What's in here? More arrows? More denarius? Denarii? Alright, so there's something up there, clearly. Just gotta create myself a little path. Do you want me to come up here just to shoot these things from above, maybe? Nah. It was offering an alternate path. I've come a long way in this game in, like, this one run here. Roar! Oh, hold on. Good thing they can't climb. Bonk! You're welcome. Bonk. So what would they do if they just catch me? Like, clearly I offer them an escape. Okay, we know for sure this isn't a Skyrim mod. I can't pick up that wheel of cheese. What self-respecting Skyrim mod doesn't let you do that? Sorry, I just... Wait, that tree didn't turn to gold. The vase. Okay, I'll shoot the vase. Oh, hey, what's up? Oh, I fucked up. Oh, well. Gonna have to use...
Kill me.
If you ask for it. Alright. So the vase was meant to attract them all. And then I could shoot the, algae. Is that the bow of Midas or something? No, it's the bow of Diana. Who I guess also had the ability to turn people to gold. Maybe she was the one that cursed Midas. I don't know. Hey. Oh, yo, what's up? Wish I knew you when you weren't gold. Ha ha! Got some big battle music playing here. Ooh, key to the palace doors. Right on.
My beloved Galatea, after I learned the terrible truth about the golden statues, I wandered the city as if in a nightmare. What must life be like for these poor souls, entombed in gold, but kept alive somehow? Trapped in their own personal Tartarus, consigned to eternal torment, too horrific for any sane mind to comprehend. I tried to offer them what small mercies I could. I began to talk to them, to keep them company. I'd imagine backstories for them, give them names, and tell them of the world, of the histories and stories I'd learned as a child. As the others became more concerned by my charity, I sought solitude from them, preferring the company of my tormented charges. Discovering a way into the abandoned palace, I began to spend my days walking its halls and sharing ancient tales, my mind turning to those of Apollo and Daphne, Perseus and Medusa, and Pygmalion and Galatea. Pygmalion, the sculptor who fell in love with a beautiful statue, and who, praying to Aphrodite for aid, discovered that his beloved Galatea had come.
Eventually it would become My Fair Lady.
It was then that I heard you whisper to me, Galatea. Forgive me. I know that is not your real name, just one I have borrowed from a story. But when I turned to look at you, I saw the most exquisitely beautiful woman I have ever known. Your face, forever frozen in a look of haunting sadness. Our meeting gave me new purpose, to free you from your golden prison, so that I might one day hear you speak, not just whisper your true name to me. So I gathered tools for the long and difficult task ahead, barred the doors to this place, and set to work.
Your first words, kill me! Looks like this custom-made rack has been used to hold down golden statues to peel golden layers from them. Fuck. A lot of blood here, too. Oh, but she, now I'm beginning to wonder if these gold coins were made by the, stripped away gold flesh. Hey, are you one of the peeled ones? You look like it. Okay, maybe not. I was just making sure. If it says take, it's not stealing. That's game logic. Hey, how's it going? Howdy. How are you? Now the question is turning her to gold trap them? I should just kill them though. Also, what is the rules with this thing? Oop. Bonk. Trapping them means I can't get in there either. Bonk. This See, now this poor bastard's just trapped like that forever. And now I can't, and see, now I can bonk him. Okay, well, in this case, there was no reason to go in there. Hey, any of you peeled people in here? Inspect the Lararium, a small household shrine where ancient Romans offered daily prayers for protection. Well, that didn't work. This thing's very selective about what I can and cannot turn into gold. There. That was weird. Can I climb on you? Oh, maybe I should have. Haha! No broken ankles for me. Coming back through. Excuse me. Pardon me. Fucked up. All right. Nope. Crouch. There you go. I'm just going to say you're not allowed to come through that way. Bonk! Idiots.
You. You.
Oh, that's annoying.
Make it stop.
I was trying to save ammo.
Kill us. Kill me. Kill us.
I'd love to, but you know, I only got 50. I only got 54 of these things, and I mean.
Please.
Okay, fine.
Make it stop.
Guys, stop moving. You're making this harder for me. Come on. Stop. Come. You gotta stay at an angle where I can shoot you in the head. There, like that. Stop wiggling! You're making this harder. Thank you. That's what I get for being nice. Well, go away. Actually hurt me, dick. Yo, what's up? Young Roman woman and her arms raised as if suddenly terrified by something unknown. Yeah, it was an archer coming to kill her and turn her to gold. Why she was naked at the time, I don't know. Is that more fish sauce? Oh, like something's gonna jump out from the sides here. Ah, fuck you! Get bonked. Oh, fuck. Wait a minute. There's algae here. I guess I'll just shoot you. Somehow I hit you dead on. It's not particularly difficult dealing with these peeled ones. Oh, hey! Got part 3 of the journal. Let's see if she ever got her mind back.
My beloved Galatea, my attempts at freeing these souls from their golden prisons have not been going to plan. My first charge was a Greek woman who I called Iodame after the Athenian turned to stone by Medusa. Drilling through the gold that encased her, I was vindicated by the discovery that beneath half an inch of gold, which is so rigid it must be some kind of alloy, was living flesh. Unfortunately, this golden alloy seems to have fused with her skin, so removing it exposed the sinew and muscle beneath and appeared to cause her great pain. At first, I braced myself, expecting that inflicting such pain would break the golden rule, and yet, somehow, it did not.
Maybe it was the intention behind it?
It seems whichever god is responsible for imprisoning these poor souls does not care about their suffering at all. They are forsaken. Undeterred, I pressed on, working late into the night, attempting to remove the golden layer that encased her as delicately as I could. Eventually, I was able to free most of her body, but when I released her from her restraints, her first act was to lunge for my throat, clawing at me with all her strength.
God, it's almost like you were torturing her for a while or something.
This was my thanks for trying to save her. Whatever possessed Iodame to attack, she was clearly not a suitable subject for my experiment, and I was forced to lock her inside an isolated wing of the palace and bar the door. As I continued working on others, I could hear her flailing and launching herself at the other side endlessly. Regrettably, my other experiments bore similar results, and after relocating a few times, most of the palace is now too dangerous to work.
Maybe you should have stopped.
Still, as much as
or at least not tried the same thing every time.
I cannot risk attempting to ungild you yet. Not until I have perfected a method that will bring you back to me, whole in both mind and body, and ensuring your humanity is preserved. I promise you this. One day we will be together, even if I have to free every last statue in this god's forsaken
She finally frees her. It's like, oh, thank you, but you know, I'm just not into you. What? Yeah, I've just never felt that way about you. I'm straight. What? What up? Bonk. Oh, hey. Not quite a headshot. Is that not one? Looks like one. Well, that settles that. I'm racist? I don't know. Hey, guys, the thing just fell down. You should go check it out. Whoever's over there. Anybody over there? No? Nobody? Nobody's there? All right. Liar! Don't lie to me! Bonk! I'll just borrow that from you. I mean, you're not using it anymore. Oh, hey. Bonk. Ooh, okay. Yeah, no. Go ahead and re-gild that. That's awful. Appears to be dead. Eventually, its death didn't break the golden rule. Yeah, apparently. It's yeah, they're looking on in horror. I don't fucking blame them. This is kind of the worst. I agree. Yeah, no, I'm here to fix this shit. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. Any more peelies up here? Man, she has to have a lot of strength in her bones in order to carry all of them up here to this spot. Like, she has to lift each of these gilded people onto a rack. You know? Like, Nivea must be jacked, okay? Closer? I'm coming. Hi. How's it going? Are you whispering me through the statue somehow? Unintelligible you too. Who are you? Oh. Okay. Hi! How are you, crazy? You must be Nivea.
And you must be the wretched snake who broke into my palace and disturbed my experiments. And, worst of all, look at what you made me do to her. This never would have happened if you just stayed away. You're going to pay for that.
Alright, does self-defense work? If you attack me, we'll both end up encased in gold.
And you think I care about that? I don't care what happens to me, as long as you get what you deserve.
This has nothing to do with me.
Liar. I locked and barred the gate. I left a message warning you all to leave me alone. I just wanted to do my experiments in peace, for her. And now look at her. You made me turn the most beautiful woman I've ever seen into this. Look at her. She's
I didn't make you do jack shit.
Was to spend my last moments with her, to see her beautiful face, to hear her speak freely, instead of in those cryptic whispers. But as soon as I began my work, she stopped whispering to me. And now I discover she started whispering to you.
Well,
instead.
maybe you...
What's so special?
I got no
you?
fucking clue, lady. It's not just this statue whispering to me. A lot of them do it. But it's always the same voice. It's a lot of the statues.
What do you mean, the same voice?
It's like someone else is whispering to me through the statues.
Yes. I remember when they used to whisper to me. They did sound
Yeah, you want to put down the scissors?
I just thought it was because all voices sound the same when they whisper. But now that I think about it, they were all benevolent and seemed to share a common knowledge.
Yeah.
But if these bodies are mere conduits for that one voice, then this body is nobody. And everything I've done here was...
Horrible.
Wait, I see what
am I
you're
doing?
You're trying to steal her away
Okay.
from me. Were you planning to wait until I'd done all the hard work, then swoop in? Is
No.
that it? Liar! You tried to steal her away from me, and now look what you made me do.
Okay.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't peel you too.
I ended up here by accident. All I want to do is leave.
What? What are you talking about?
I got trapped in the tunnels under the city, came up inside the palace.
Wait. So you're saying you weren't coming
No.
for us?
I never had any intention of hurting you.
So I did all this. I ruined her. For
Accurate.
nothing.
Correct.
What have I done? Oh God, I feel sick. I can't bear the thought of her being like this. And in so much pain. It's the air coming into contact with her flesh. It's agonizing.
I can put
for
her
them.
down.
But the only way to fix it will be to break the golden rule and let it run its
No,
course.
no,
At least
no.
that way she'd be golden again, and we'd be together.
I can just shoot her with an arrow.
Take is one little cut.
I can undo all of this if you tell me the treatment for rheumatism. What? Why did that come up?
It's too late. There's nothing you can do. I have to do this. I'm sorry.
I can cover her in gold again.
What?
With this bow.
Really? I'm not sure I believe you. But if you can undo this mess, I'll tell you what you need to know.
Okay, I'm getting some progress here.
If you're lying to me, I'll break the golden rule and kill you and everyone else in this city. Understood?
Yeah, alright. Don't move. See, look. Back to normal. Or at least less hurt.
You did it. You took away her pain. I don't know what to say. Thank you.
You're welcome. How do I cure rheumatism?
I swear I will never harm her again. I swear it. I'll stay here to keep her company. But these poor souls, what can be done for them? I've tried everything I can. I fear the only one capable of releasing them properly is whichever god doomed them in the first place. In any case, I must honor our bargain. The treatment for rheumatism is willow bark. I believe there's a pot of it already in the shrine of Apollo.
Huh?
Now, please leave. The door here leads out onto the palace balcony. You should be able to make your way down from there.
Alright, thank you.
Go. And never return.
And now I know how to cure rheumatism. I just need to go get some willow bark. Is there a zip line up here? There is! How fantastical. How wonderful. Well, we sure have come a long way in just 1.5 timelines. I count a half because if I hadn't killed that guy, I could have waited for somebody else to break the golden rule, but I was impatient. But for tonight, I think I'm going to call it here. I'll be on more tomorrow with some more of this, because this is actually interesting. I'm really digging on this. Also, I'm immensely powerful now. Immensely powerful. But I hope you're all having a good night, and I'll catch you back with some more of the Forgotten City tomorrow. Have a good night, Maniacs. Peace out.